January 31st, 2000. Over the coast of California, a passenger jet is doing the impossible. It's flying upside down.
MayDay, MayDay, MayDay! Alaska 261, we're inverted! We are upside down!
In the cockpit, Captain Ted Thompson and First Officer Bill Tansky are effectively standing on the ceiling of their cockpit, fighting extreme control forces, far beyond what the aircraft was ever designed for. They are trying to save 88 people by flying an MD-83 like a fighter jet. But this wasn't a stunt. It was a desperate, final attempt to keep a broken plane from plummeting into the sea. This is the story of Alaska Airlines Flight 261 and the small mechanical part that brought it down. It started at 31,000 feet. The pilots reported a jammed horizontal stabilizer.
Center, Alaska 261, we've got a jammed horizontal stabilizer. We're losing pitch authority here. She's heavy, real heavy. Requesting block altitude from 280 to 320.
In simple terms, the wing on the tail that controls the plane's pitch was stuck. For nearly 2 hours, the crew fought the problem, running checklists and applying every procedure they had. What they didn't know was that deep inside the tail, a massive mechanical failure was already unfolding. The jackscrew, the part that moves the stabilizer, was slowly stripping its threads. Then came a loud bang. The stabilizer broke free, but not in the way the pilots needed. The aircraft suddenly pitched forward into a terrifying 7,000-foot dive. So why did a critical flight component fail? The NTSB investigation uncovered a disturbing truth. The design itself could survive, but only if it was properly maintained. The real problem was lubrication, or more precisely, the lack of it. Alaska Airlines had extended maintenance intervals to cut costs. The jackscrew, once greased every 500 flight hours, was now serviced only every 2,500 hours. It was a gamble with human lives. And on that day, the bill came due. Years earlier, lead mechanic John Leontine had warned the FAA that maintenance records were being falsified. He even recommended replacing the jackscrew on this exact aircraft in 1997. Those warnings were ignored. At 17,000 feet, the jackscrew finally failed completely. The stabilizer flipped over, forcing the nose down with such violent force that the aircraft rolled upside down. The cockpit voice recorder captured the pilot's final, heroic moments. Even while inverted, they never gave up.
We're inverted, and now we gotta get it.
Against all odds, they briefly stabilized the aircraft while flying upside down. But they were too low. At 4:21 p.m., Alaska Airlines Flight 261 struck the Pacific Ocean at nearly 250 knots. There were no survivors. The crash of Flight 261 exposed the deadly consequences of cost-cutting in aviation maintenance. It changed the industry. Today, every jackscrew on every MD-80 series aircraft is inspected with extreme precision. Captain Thompson and First Officer Tansky were posthumously honored for extraordinary heroism. They didn't just fly a plane. They fought a system failure until the very last second. Does corporate cost-cutting still threaten our skies? Or has aviation truly learned from the tragedy of Flight 261? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you appreciate these deep investigations into aviation disasters, hit like, subscribe, and fly safe.